Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about the Radio Flyer Flex. We're going to talk about some of the specs, we're going to take it for a ride, show you how it performs. I'm going to tell you all the things that I really like about this bike and a couple of things I think could be improved upon. So let's get into it. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Radio Flyer for sending this to us so we could do a test and review. I tell you what, Radio Flyer sure does bring back a lot of childhood memories. A lot of you may have had wagons that were Radio Flyer or even small tricycles that were Radio Flyer. And I think it's really cool that a company that has been around for so long has now developed something that is so modern for those of us who maybe started out using this brand. So let's take a look at this here. I think it's just an amazing little bike. It's a utility style because you can have a passenger, a small child or something. Plus you can use it to go grocery shopping. I really like that. Let's jump up here in the front. We do have 24 by 2.4 tires. This is a street tread, so it's designed to be on the hard surface. You'll notice we have rigid forks right here. They did give us Tektro hydraulic brakes. Moving around here, we do have an LED headlight. It shines nice and bright in the darkness. The wiring is wrapped real nice, so it's a really nice, clean look, and I appreciate that. Moving on around here, we've got Flyer. Oh my goodness. Love, love, love Radio Flyer. Moving on back, you can see what the frame looks like. It is a nice frame, nice and sturdy, so you can hold a lot of weight. You can hold a passenger back here, or all the groceries you could possibly put up here in this basket. This particular model comes with a smaller 10 amp hour battery. They do have another version with a larger battery size. This is a Class 2 e-bike. It goes 20 miles per hour. And you can see that we do have the A-style kickstand that allows the bike to stand upright, making it easier to add a child or cargo. Now, I've tested and reviewed several different brands of cargo style, utility style e-bikes, and I really like this setup back here and how this works. Let me remove the helmet because they gave us this really nice nylon style bag right here that sits inside this carrier basically. But this cargo bag, it has a hard insert that folds down to keep the bag upright and rigid, or you can flip that hard bottom up, fold the back towards the rear, or fold the bag up towards the rear, kind of get it out of the way, and you still have room to put a small child inside here. This giving them a bit of a backrest, but allows you to do this without having to take the bag off and remove it. It is installed with Velcro straps, so it is easy to remove if you wanted to, but I like that there's already a cushion here, and this right here acts as a protection for your small child because it gives them a place to hold on to. And it helps keep them upright and keeps them from maybe sliding off one side or the other, because if they lean up against it, it's going to hold them on. If there were to be an accident or something, these stick out just a little bit right here to kind of keep this bar up off the ground. I just like the thought process here of how they designed this. It's really nice. No reason to remove this, but if you needed to, a couple screws here, a couple of screws on the back, and you can remove this whole upper piece right here if you wanted to. Down here, I really like that they thought through and they put this cover right here to protect little feet from getting inside the spokes. And you also have smaller foot pedals right here. The foot pedals are fixed so they do not fold up. Over here, we do have a hard plastic pedal. This is a torque sensor. And if you hadn't ridden a torque sensor before, well, try one out because it is a really smooth ride and you can control your speed unlike a cadence sensor bike. Up here you do have locking hand grips that keep the hand grips from slipping around. It's a nice rubber material so you can grip it real well. You have a left-handed thumb throttle, hydraulic brakes, and a button pad screen combo. So you have your up and down pass levels, and this one goes up to 4, which is a little different than the standard 5, but it also does go down to 0. Plus you have blinkers for the left with an indicator. You have your speed, your battery level, and your mileage. The on button is right up here on the top. Over here on the left side, it is a 7-speed. We do have a bell, and we have paddle shifters, which is an upgrade over the standard thumb shifter, so I like that a lot. Overall, our experience so far with the Radio Flyer Flex has been very positive. We've really enjoyed it, and well, let's go for a ride and see how she performs. All right, I'm out here on the side of a busy road, so I apologize for the noise, but hey, we're gonna get this done. So that torque sensor is pretty nice. We can keep it in like pedal assist 1, and it allows us to go nice and slow if we wanted to. But if we want to put a little effort into the pedal, it allows us to pick up speed and go just a little bit faster. And of course, we can jump it up into level 2, 3, 4 to go to that top speed of 20 miles per hour. Now, one thing I've noticed, because we don't have suspension forks and they're rigid forks. Even on hard surfaces where you have sidewalks that's got little bumps there, you really need to slow down for those because it's kind of a rough ride if you hit them going at any kind of speed. We're just going to zip on up here. Here we're in pass level 2, and we're comfortably pedaling along at about 14 miles per hour. You can see the cadence of my legs moving. I can keep up with the speed just fine. If I'm moving on up to pedal assist 3, it allows me to go a little faster, putting forth just a little bit more pressure on the pedals. Now we're going about the maximum 20 miles per hour, and I'm starting to ghost pedal, but that's how fast we're moving. The brakes are operating very smoothly. I'm going to apply those now. And we still need to brake in the front brakes so you can hear them squeal a little bit. But you get good grip so you can brake hard and fast if you need to. So I like that. It's always good to be able to stop quickly. We're going to turn around here. Now we have a little bit of traffic noise out here, but I will tell you that the motor is really quiet. You hear very little noise out of the motor, just a very low hum that's not annoying at all. It's really super quiet. And I like that because some e-bikes, they do have quite a noisy motor, and it's kind of annoying, especially when your neighbors and people down the street can hear you coming and they turn to see what all the noise is all about. So I appreciate that they put a quiet motor on here. So I can tell you one of the features that I like the best about this bike is how smooth the torque sensor is. Some people are concerned that when you have a torque sensor, you have to put a lot of effort into it and maybe they're not able to pedal very much. I can tell you this does not take any effort at all. It's a really light feeling torque sensor, so it's really comfortable to ride. You still get some exercise without wearing yourself out, so I like that a lot. The feature that I like the least on this particular bike is the fact that they have the rigid forks and not suspension forks. Rigid forks are nice when you're on a hard surface, and that bike is designed to stay in the bike lanes or the bike path or the road when you're going to and from the store, that sort of thing. But even when you have a bike path, sometimes you have places like this right here where you still have to cross a road, and in my case those are a pretty big dip, and so you really kind of feel it. One thing that you can do to mitigate that is go ahead and add a suspension seat post. Having a suspension seat post under your seat will really soften the ride. Like I said, overall I'm very happy with the bike. It's well built, well designed, good components. There's nothing about this bike that indicates that it's a cheaper or lower quality. So I'm really happy with it.